Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to the Everything and Nothing Show. I'm just one of your hostess with the mostest, your friendly neighborhood podcaster, Clayton Kisco, and I'm accompanied, of course, by the rest of the Maelstrom gamers. On this podcast with us today, we have the A-Train, the Canadian sensation, T-House, Alan Toner. If you guys didn't know, that's the Canadian dance for when you get pumped up for a podcast. That I don't know. I think that was just Rocco adding stuff. That doesn't.
No.
I think it goes just
some
like
guy in the
popcorn
background.
or something.
That was in the background of that cheering. There was always one guy, right? So I saw him.
And next up, we have the heartthrob. Every man wants to be him, and every woman wants to be with him, but maybe not really. Rocco Avellino.
I'm gonna say I might love last week's episodes if you haven't seen those yet. Ian's impersonation of Clay. He definitely laid it down a little bit better than at least describing who I am and my character.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
That was really good. He the beard I didn't know was fake.
So part of it was real and part of it was fake, like makeup in. It was good, man. He did a good job.
He looked good with the beard.
hair
He
back
could
and
grow a
all, and I
beard.
was like,
He
he should have shaved.
It's crazy.
He should have shaved.
And guys, we're also accompanied by a guest of ours by the name of Rachael Ingram. She is the second half of the Intergalactic Circus podcast, where you guys might be familiar with. We had Yukiko on not too long ago. And she's also the owner, creator, and what do you call it? Just
resident, awesome, badass, most
Founder.
Yeah, founder
Yeah.
of perpetualpets.com. Perpetuallyyourpets.com, sorry. And that is, Rachel, help me out. That's basically your own website where you create custom-made crafts for pets and anything between accessories for pets, pillows. You do tote bags.
Very cool.
Yeah, and prints.
Actually, which is, I think, kind of like a weird, I guess misconception in a way, is people think I make things for pets, which would be really weird because dogs don't wear tote bags,
Right.
or haircuts.
Yeah.
I make things for people who like animals.
That's right.
That's kind of the angle of my business. And I guess it would be good if I explained kind of where I got the idea and how it came along. All that noise.
Yeah.
I always wanted to start my own business. That was kind of my goal from the get-go because I just kind of don't like working for people. But this idea just fell into my lap, literally. I went to stay with my best friend, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, if you're watching. And she let me stay with her right after school. When you get out of school, you have no money, you have nothing going for you. I was living with my mom, for the first week or two. And she was like, no, come out to the city because my mom lives in the suburbs. Stay with me. I got a free room, in my apartment, whatever. Let's just have this badass summer, and
What city is this?
Whatever. Chicago. I'm from Chicago, born and raised, and now I'm here still.
Woo.
Gotcha.
Chicago's awesome.
And it is awesome. You're right. So she let me stay with her for months, rent free, whatever, till I got on my feet. And so when Christmas rolled around, I was like, I'm gonna make her a gift because I don't have any money. I just started this job, so I'm gonna make her something. And so I decided to make her these 3 throw pillows to match this super ugly ass couch that she had just bought. It was huge and blocky and Frankenstein green corduroy. I don't know.
Corduroy, nice.
What planet this couch came from, but it was ugly.
What era is that? Corduroy couches, 70s?
She loves.
Hey, don't even hate on that. That might be nice. If you just.
What? No, when is corduroy ever comfortable on your skin?
Yeah, it's
if you drag yourself across of it, it could be like a massage.
No, rug burn. I just envision rug burn and itchiness.
Yeah, and it was green. It was just ugly. It was pea green. She was really into the mid-century modern stuff, so I think it was some weird late 60s, early 70s era garbage. Anyway, so I decided to make her these 3 pillows to match this new couch that she got, and it was going to be her 3 favorite things, which were coffee and bikes and her dog Penny, which her and I had actually fostered while I was staying with her, and she decided to just keep her, and she still has her to this day because we just couldn't get away from this adorable, ridiculous dog. And so I made her these 3 pillows with the portrait of the dog and whatever, and she posted them on Facebook, and people are like, oh my God, where'd you get those? That's so cute. That's awesome. And she was like, oh, my friend just made them as a gift. And so people were messaging me hey, I want a picture of my dog or my cat on a pillow. And so I started making these custom pet portrait pillows. So basically you tell me about your animal and I come up with an illustration based on like whatever like wacky shit you tell me about your animal, and make it into a pillow using all recycled fabrics, and it's like kind of collagey, whatever.
I saw one where it was a little dog and he had a bear stuffed animal and he was a ventriloquist.
Yes.
Yeah, so like
his thing was that he looked just like that bear. That was like his dog dad's like interpretation. So he was like, "This is his twin." And I was like, "Okay, he's a ventriloquist." So they're like
awesome.
the same.
Yeah, it was really cute too.
Yeah, there's one of my favorites too is a hedgehog that loved cardboard tubes.
And where do we find this
stuff.
Again? You said where's this?
PerpetuallyYoursPets.com.
Okay.
And you can look under my gallery, my custom pet portrait pillow gallery, and see the ridiculousness.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one of a hedgehog that loved toilet paper tubes, and so I have a picture of like the hedgehog and the toilet paper tube like sort of running toward each other like the slow-mo movie, you know? So yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
like to get silly with it. Like if I'm gonna spend hours on this,
Yeah. Totally.
so yeah, I did that for about a year and a half, and then I realized the pet market was so big that I was like, I'm going to branch out. I want to do more stuff. So I started this line of illustrated dog breed pillows, which are a big thing. I illustrate the dogs dressed in costumes based on something from the history of the breed.
Cool.
Very cool.
So yeah.
It's like a Scottish Terrier would be wearing like a kilt.
Yeah,
and a bagpipe.
basically something like
What
that.
would you do for an Australian Shepherd?
I will have to research the breed because I literally will extensively read about each breed. And I'm like,
Okay.
what sounds interesting? Let's see. And then I
Yeah,
sit
I
there
gotcha.
and ponder what
I
the
gotcha.
illustration
Good
But
use
I
of
got
the
you.
word
I got you,
ponder.
Rocco. I got
Okay,
you.
good. I hope so. I've been thinking, you've been talking about all this, and I'm like, what am I going to do for my dog?
Something for my dog. Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm throwing frisbees and stuff, what would she paint? You know, like, what's
Dude, oh man, could you do a frisbee, like a print on a frisbee? Because Rocco plays a ton of frisbee golf.
Yeah, exactly. That would be really
And
cool.
could you have a
actually.
custom frisbee with your dog on it? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And
Or
then
that he
also-
could tear it apart.
Or that he could tear it apart. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
In
You
love.
also wonder
In
around
love.
Perpetually Yours merchandise where people who have dogs that tear shit up are like, they will not tear up this pillow. They love this pillow. I'm like, I
Oh,
put
really?
Yeah.
juju on it so that dogs don't
You
tear
put
it
what
up.
on it? You said?
Like juju on it. You know, like a little
Okay, gotcha. You're like, "Hurrah."
Wait.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. I'm all about
juju.
that.
Got
It's all
it.
good.
A lot of money.
I know some of those.
The
spells. I'm
audio
just
cut
not-
out, so for those watching, listening, juju.
Juju.
It's official juju that was used.
If you can't tell with the hand motions what that was.
Right. Or if you're listening
You're
to MP3. Anyway, sorry. So we cut you off. So you branched out, and then you started getting more clients, I imagine, and just slowly building.
Yeah, the custom stuff is always just like crazy, especially around Christmas. So that I don't think I will give up. And I've just started, branching out doing other products. And my big thing right now is actually I'm working on my site right now, like rebuilding it, whatever. And because I just transferred over to a new whole situation. I use Shopify now instead of WordPress, and I'm trying to do this whole
So
Nice.
different host.
yeah, and so I'm rebuilding it, but I'm starting a clothing line actually, all animal themed stuff, and it's going to be really cool and funky because all my stuff kind of has a little bit of like a punk rock.
Not like furry
skaty
kind of shit, right?
vibe.
Not like.
No, like
Okay,
actual
okay.
clothes that real human beings can wear on the street.
I gotta throw. It
I
out
mean,
there.
if it was
She's
what you were
saying
gonna
this
make
and all
too,
I'm
that
thinking
would be
is
cool too, Rocco. I mean,
like
Yeah,
furry.
don't discriminate, Rocco.
yeah.
Now am I
You
gonna
get
be like a
Phase
lion?
out this video right now. No.
Can you? All right, so I was trying to take a stab. I took art history way back in the day. In fact, being a video game design major, I had to take 4. The style I want to say is like a weird, like a modern Victorian style.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe. I have a lot of that influence. I love really decorative stuff and add little flourishes and fancy stuff to it. But it also has a very contemporary, cool vibe. Like it's kind of like flat design type stuff. I used to screen print everything, and so that was kind of the vibe that I had, like keeping colors flat, keeping very graphic looking stuff, but everything also has kind of like a cool, edgy DIY punk rock vibe because that's just kind of like my deal. So,
and I get that through the layers. Like
Yeah.
you have a 3D element in there through the way that you layer your images, which I thought was really interesting. So that's where the modern piece comes to, or like even I don't know, it's just like what is it, like art in motion, where you see like things like pop up slow. And
yeah,
it's just
and they sort of crossing.
Yeah, that I don't know what that is. But like that's what I got from it. It's very cool. I haven't seen that been done in like this space before.
Like that 2.5D kind of style stuff.
It's just like when you're watching a commercial and like things just like pop up, but they're clearly like they're just like 2D art, but they're moving them like Flash,
Like motion graphics.
Motion graphic. Yeah, it's got a very motion graphic feel, like snapshot of it.
Yeah,
which is really neat. Like I like that.
Very cool.
And with the colors and all, like, it gets very punk rocky. So
I have a small question.
Yes.
How often do people end up going to Perpetual Pet instead of Perpetually Your Pet? The one that's like for stuffing animals.
That would be amazing. I didn't even know.
When I searched for it before Clay said it was Perpetually Your Pet, I went to Perpetual Pet, and it's like this designed site from like I don't know 1991, and it's for like
shit.
it's for taxidermy. It says pet preservation through freeze-dried technology.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think this is what Rachel does. Like, I was really confused for a second. And yeah, I'm glad I went to your site afterwards.
you could probably just buy them out for $5 and redirect.
I was like, there's no way Rachel has a site that's designed like this poorly. Like, this looks like it came from 1991.
Crappy like Angel Fire animated GIF.
Yeah. I mean, this one has a rainbow, so yeah, who knows?
I'm missing out. I'm sure people do, and that's actually why I was thinking of changing my site and also shortening it because it's Perpetually Yours Pets, all like one like long ass thing. Because my Instagram, which I can plug to, is at @pypets, and so I was thinking of making pypets.com because that's a lot easier to remember.
Twitter account as well.
Yeah, I also have a Twitter. That one's kind of weird. It's like at Perpetually Yours YRS, Perpetually YRS. And then I also have Facebook, which is Facebook/Perpetually Yours Pets. So you guys can find me on all those things and keep up with the ridiculousness that I do. The last thing I posted on Instagram was actually a painting that I did of my gym partner / really good friend's dog, who is one of the loves of my life. I love this dog. And I painted her with 2 legs, but she's been recently made into a tripod. So she's like, she's missing her little...
Is that Lucy?
Yes, that is Lucy.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Because I was confused. I was like, the picture has 2 legs in the front. And I was like, oh no!
I like
this. I had to hack her up a little bit. She got bone cancer in her shoulder.
Oh,
dang.
We'll just cut that right off. And she gets going, though, man. She gets that little...
She can fly, right?
Yeah. She used to do this thing where when you would come up to her, she would like want you to pet her, so she would put her little paw up like this. But that's the leg that got chopped off. So when you go up to her, you can see her shoulder.
Oh,
like,
God.
She's like ghost pawing me. That's what I call
Ghost pawing? I love it.
Ghost pawing me because she doesn't have a leg.
I like this American Pit Bull Terrier pillow you got going on here. This looks awesome.
Yeah.
Bulls were used
Just checking
during
this out now.
to send messages back to the troops on the battlefield.
Oh, so that's why you did that one there. Okay. What
They
about the
also
Boston
have, like,
Terrier?
little-
What was the reasoning behind the Boston Terrier?
Oh, the Boston Terrier. They were bred during the Victorian era, so they're dressed like a little lord and lady of the Victorian.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
And they're known as America's gentlemen. That's like their little, like dog.
Very cool.
And pit bulls are known as the nanny dog, by the way.
Yeah.
So people are always so freaked out by pit bulls. Like, they fucking love kids. They love everyone. They just want to like do their thing.
I had a pit bull. Sadly, he fell under the terrible stereotype, and we had to
Yeah, he was bitey.
Yeah, but you're right, because I remember doing a ton of research in light of that, and they were the nanny dog. They're very nice, but he
that
just had a
happens
really
with,
bad upbringing.
So even like Australian Shepherds, like I got too, they're herding dogs, so they do a lot of nipping. It's same too as well. That it's like it's like a part of the dog. You have to kind of get used to it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of ingrained. So at least it's not full on biting. It's just small little stuff.
Just little like hurry up and get where I'm
just
going
like
to go.
I come over this way.
You find that your dog
Don't herd me into the kitchen, bro. Get out of here.
Don't hurt me.
They do that. I used to dog sit a border collie, and she would like if I had someone like over at the same time, she would make sure she would like circle us until like everybody got in the same room. Like that's their job. They do their job.
They do. It's so odd. Like I've never taught him how to do any of that stuff, but like we go to around the area where my chickens are, and he will naturally just do it. And I'm like, this is cool. All right.
Yeah.
They're like blaming into their little job.
I saw that you had a Kickstarter, Rachel.
Yes. Well, my idea that was just kind of like a like a placeholder wishful thinking type thing, but I am starting a Kickstarter. I haven't done it yet. I actually was going to do it a year ago, and then I decided to start doing this clothing thing. So I said, okay, let me put the Kickstarter on the back burner until I get this clothing thing started. I have a client who I did some graphic design work for because I'm a freelance graphic designer for my 9 to 5. And he's a clothing manufacturer, and he liked working with me so much, and I told him about my business in passing, and he said, look, when you're ready to do anything that you could use my services for, just let me know, and like I'm here. So I told him I wanted to do clothing, and he's like, yeah, just like send me samples of, you know, stuff you want to do, and like let's get started, and I'll make the samples for you, you know, like 1 or 2 samples of everything, kind of like free of charge, and then you can promote it, and then when people start ordering, then, you know, you can pay for the production once people, you know, start ordering, which is like unheard of in the manufacturing world. It's just not how it's usually you have to pay a shit ton in advance, order a bunch of them, and then just kind of hope and pray that.
Whoa. Because you can go. I mean, that's a lot of money in the hole if nobody orders it, right? Like it's a blind leap.
It's called. I think it's called like shadow marketing, except for the sake that they're giving it to you for free. Like.
Right. So he's kind of like doing me like a solid, basically.
Yeah.
I have to do that, but he's just like a super nice guy. So I'm looking forward to getting started on that. I'll be sending him a package because he wanted me to send him like an example of like whatever, like if I wanted to do like a mini skirt, like go buy a mini skirt that's like the cut that I want and then like send it to him. So like go to American Apparel or H&M or something and just like buy a basic cut so that he can use that to like make the sizes off of because he's in another country and so like they're like wacky stuff, you know, he's in China, and so, you know, like me and Yukiko have talked about on Intergalactic Circus, sizes for things in Asia are not congruent with sizes of things in America.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
Very true. Yeah.
right, so I'll go buy a small of that, and then you can base, like, the extra small, the medium, the large, the extra large off of just the proportions of that, you know.
That's a good idea, yeah. Get around that.
That's the plan, Stan.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
Very
I've got
cool.
that coming in the works. Hopefully, my goal is to work on the line to be, you know, delivered to people spring, summer of next year. So hopefully the Kickstarter should be coming out early fall or something like that. I just got to record a new video and do all that fancy stuff. So.
All right, well, we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. And share it and tell all the gamers that you should check this out.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of the gamers will be interested, but
There's a lot of gamers that have
a fashion sense that would
Yeah,
be. But of our audience, like I feel like most of our audience are white middle-aged men
I think so too.
play League of Legends.
Middle-aged?
Yeah, middle-aged.
Somewhere around there.
We're approaching middle age. You guys.
No.
We talk a lot.
Oh,
We talk a lot about
stop,
kids.
guys.
And we talk a lot of.
Stop.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
saying.
weird.
I'm just saying.
It's real weird.
Yeah.
So
Anything else that you guys wanted to ask Rachel about perpetuallyourspets.com? Or Rachel, do you have anything else that you wanted to add? We talked about the Kickstarter and
We talked about my social media. We got the link to the website, and know that you need to go to the one that's got the cool stuff and not the dead animals.
Yes.
yes.
don't get that mixed up.
Yeah, just don't. That would be real weird. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good overview of my old business here.
Cool.
Unless you took the real pets and you stuffed them and you made them look just like what you're trying to do.
I stuffed them and made them into a pillow so that when you see
Oh,
that
yeah.
carcass of your dead pet, like
Then you can take that site, merge it, and you guys are
you
getting.
know, you know what I mean?
I'm down for it. It's
No.
like the best pillow ever.
I don't really
my
like my
carrot
Australian Shepherd anyway.
Might just carry a few ticks and fleas, but we're good.
Ew.
It's like the eyes all bugged out, and you're trying to.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Bad idea. Can't
That'd
merge
be
those
so
businesses.
weird.
Guys, on that note, let's go on to our next topic. Rachel, you're the guest. So you get the privilege of see what I did there? Of going first. So go ahead. Alan's just shaking his head at every little. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like this.
Puns are too bad for the morning.
I've been reading too many dad puns. So
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, you're a dad, so
Yeah.
you are that guy
I
now.
embrace it now.
Hey, congratulations on the 6th month, though.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's a weird.
You survived.
No,
Yeah, I
you're
survived.
posting all about him being 6 months.
Oh, I thought you said in 6 months.
No.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.